Hey everybody, it's Sally from Sallystampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm bringing you my stitched sweet little boxes. They are the pre-made sweet little boxes. I've just simply die cut a little window in the front, added a couple of these little chocolate bars and a lovely little sentiment, which I think says it all really. Happy Easter, happy spring, happy everything. The sad thing is that I think everything that I've used on here will be retiring, so that's really quite sad. The sentiment is from Timeless Tulips. The stamp's retiring, the punch isn't. Stitch So Sweetly dies, they're going too, which is sad. And the punch that I use, the treasured tags, that's going too. So this is a retired project, I guess. But they are available, I believe, at the moment. I haven't checked the inventory today, excuse me, but I do believe that they are still available. So if you do want them, you need to get them quick. And this is the Playful Pets trim. Okay, so obviously you need a sweet little box. Pack of 10 cute little boxes. In fact, there's only a couple left in there, which is ideal. But yeah, so all I'm going to do first off is actually add my DSP, because you need to have that added before you do your die cutting. Just makes everything a little bit easier. So we have, I'm using the Sweet Talk DSP as well, which is retiring. It's just all so sad. Right, so 2 pieces of DSP that are 6 by 8.5 centimetres. I generally don't do inches for stuff like this. I don't know why. Just don't. Make sure you add plenty of adhesive on there, because when you die cut, you don't want the edges to lift. You want it all to be stuck down. So this will be the front. Obviously, if you have directional paper, make sure you've got it the way you want. So the tab is at the back, on the back piece. So this would be the front. So this would be the correct way of looking at your box. So obviously just make sure if you're putting it on. The other pieces don't need as much adhesive, or quite so much. So 6 by 8.5. The 2 pieces for the sides here are 8.5 by a 1.2 centimetres. And then, and it just fits, well, if you do it straight, it just fits the seal nicely. I'm just going to pop that on there. And then the last 2 are 6 by 1.3. I'm not quite sure why the bottom or top are slightly wider by a millimetre, but they are. So I'm just going to pop those on. So that's my DSP on and done. And then you need your die cut. Now you will need your Big Boss for this. These are just a fraction too big to go through. So I've got my well-loved plates here. I'm going to pop him on. I want it to go not in the centre, more towards the base. So more about there, and just eyeballing the sides here. I mean, you can do it with any die cut, to be fair. It doesn't have to be these ones. But obviously the bigger they are, then you need to sort of think about what you're putting inside so they don't fall out. Okay, so whiz this through. Now you will also notice that I'm not going to go all the way through here, because I don't really want the imprints. Some of you may notice, if you're using your your Big Boss a lot, that you can get the imprinting on the paper off the clear plates. So I just limit that as much as I can. So that's that. You can save this and use it as a tag. Again, it is, I don't know if you can see, but it does have a fair bit of texture, I suppose, to it from the clear plate. So once that's done, we'll then do our folding and burnishing of all these sides. You'll have to excuse me. When I say I've got a cold, I haven't. It's very strange. My husband had man flu, as you can imagine. Well, it started last weekend. And when I say last weekend, I'm referring to literally last weekend. He had man flu, excuse me, and was off work. Luckily, he was off work, had some leave, but he was ill for the whole time. But yeah, he was really quite poorly with it. He's never generally ill, so I kind of think that that's usually the way. If people don't get ill very often, when they do, they really suffer. But yeah, so he was really quite poorly, and I just kind of knew I would get it. But then I didn't, and I've just sort of got this annoying, dry, tickly cough. And occasionally a bit of a runny nose, but nothing severe. But it's more this cough that's just driving me insane now. Because it's just, like I said, it's a dry, tickly cough that just sort of annoys me. Especially when it's bedtime and you're trying to sleep. Okay. So yeah, so I do have a cup of tea here that I will quickly just wet my throat with. Okay, so I have inserted in my sweet treat boxes these gorgeous little chocolate bunny type chocolates. I think they're, in fact, I do know what they are. I think they are these, the Easter break Kit Kats, but they are actually white chocolate, and that's why they're in the white bag. So yeah, and these just about fit quite nicely in here. So you can just make out the little bunny there. I think they're quite cute. So yeah, just tuck that one up. And then I've buried my, I've already put my, botheration. I've already put my retired ribbons in a box, forgetting that I'd need this one. Silly me. Right, so tiny bit of ribbon around here. Oh, now I'm going to sneeze. Oh. Oh, bless me. Oh, goodness me. The joys of still having to film and do these kinds of things when you are a little under the weather. It's never good, is it? Right, so a nice little bow on here, just above my little die cut window. Just like so. It's not actually very tight. Let me do that one again. I do find if you don't do them tight on projects like this, they do then just look a little ridiculous. And now this is just, okay, we'll come to the stamping, I think. So I've got a little piece of basic white, my lovely timeless tulips that are going. So where is the, there it is. That's the stamp I need. And I've gone with, that block's disgusting, Poppy Parade, because it's a nice bright red. Stamped it just on here. So this is an inch wide. So I'm going to actually go near the top because I want to trim some of this off to make it a 3/4 inch, which means it will sit then in my punch. So yes, that, dare I say, is damn near perfect. And I think I chose this one as well because I thought this pattern here, let me get up, there we go, this one here has quite a very similar top to the die cut, which I just thought looked wonderful. So I'm kind of tied it all in together. What now? Why does that... Oh, it makes me mad when it doesn't cut straight. Can we risk doing it again, do we think? I'm going to try. Oh, very close, but that'll do. Okay, and then a couple of dimensionals on the back. And that is literally it. I'm going to have to redo this ribbon because I'm really not happy with it at all. And then I just popped this on the top here. Like I say, it's a nice little Easter treat, if nothing else. But yes, I'm going to redo that ribbon and trim it because I'm not happy. But there they are. Thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you all again very soon. Bye.